All right, so today we'll be looking at the stock market insight for the week ahead. So, the things that will be happening from tomorrow till Friday of this week. So, where we are in the market cycle now, so there is what we call contraction and expansion. So I said market cycle, expansion and contraction. So sometimes when inflation is going up or is rising, the Fed will start increasing interest rate so as to slow down the inflation. Then the market will start contracting. That is, the plan is to slow down the economic movement. But when the inflation is low, they will, or either inflation is low or there is something happen like COVID. But to encourage economic movement, they will reduce interest rate. So that will allow for expansion. So company will be able to expand their project because it will be easy or it will be cheaper to borrow money when interest rates are low. So that will bring about expansion. So as of now, we could say we are looking forward to expansion because the Fed, they started cutting rate as of last month. And this month, at the end of this month, uh, October 29th, last Wednesday of this month, it is expected that they will cut interest rate again, and they will also do one more in December. That is the expectation. So if that expectation comes through, then that will allow for the market to keep expanding. Now, so we can say that is where we are in the market cycle, generally speaking. But sometimes there are other factors that will delay, meaning not allow the expansion to happen. So in this instant now, usually we should expecting that the market will be expanding. When I say expanding, stock market the value of stocks are growing. But because of artificial intelligence has happened since 2022, the market has already expanded. So it's likely that the interest rate will not really have a lot of effect on the expansion anymore. That's just my own take. The meaning of that is I will not buy Nvidia, Tesla, all those technology stock. As of now, I will not buy them because I think the expansion has already taken place regardless of of where the interest rate was. So if they are cutting interest rate now, it's likely that the market will still stay the same. So there's no certainty in the market. It just is a probability that is this is what is likely to happen. So, but my own take on the cycle now is that the market has already expanded without without interest rate being cut. So when they are cutting interest rate, it's going to encourage some investment in the company, as in some of those companies will be encouraged to invest, but the stock value or the stock prices, they may not really respond to interest rate cut as they should because they have already expanded because of the artificial intelligence. All right, so that's on the market cycle in general. As in usually what happen when they cut interest rate is that the value of the prices of the stock should start going up. But my own thinking is it has already happened. So cutting interest rate may not have so much effect on the prices of the stocks. So for that reason, I'm not planning to buy technology stock because those they have already gone up in my own opinion. Now they might still be going up, but you still have to decide what you do going forward. So based on that, that is because they are already expanded, I'm not gonna buy them for now until there is a consolidation. I mean, they have traded in range. Then when if there's another catalyst, I think things that will cause the technology stocks to start going up, I may jump back in. But on technology stocks, the only one that I will that I'm still looking at now is Amazon. So now we're moving to the money maker, like specific stock and sector. So that's on the market cycle in general is determined by interest rate, I mean the labor market and inflation. That's what that's what determines if the Fed will cut interest rate or they will hold it or they will increase it. So as of now, they will start cutting interest rate, but I'm thinking it won't have it won't have a lot of effect on what will be happening in the markets, generally speaking. I don't know if you have a take on that.
You mean on the market, the
Yeah, market in general, if it's gonna be expanding, meaning if the value of the stock like Nvidia, Tesla, Facebook, Apple, if they will continue to go up.
that is the tough question. That is a very tough question. The thing I would like to find out is there an instrument that tells us this thing has expanded or is it expansion has started? Is this something that would be a guide like, hey, I see this sector expand, what tool can help me decide the expansion or the expand is too expanded to over expansion? Is there something that do you understand what I'm saying, sir?
So, okay, so this is financial visualization.
Okay.
Uh, so now this is the so S&P. Uh, so let's type the index. That's SPY.
Okay.
It's so this like the 500 biggest company in the market. But this, as in the market is being measured by the movement of this. All right, so if we look at this is from April. So S&P was like 584 at this point, December of last year. Then it kept going up. Then from March, it went down. And by April, when Trump announced a tariff, which they call probably Independence Day or something like that, or Freedom Day, the market went down all the way to about 18% here. But from that April, like I said, like this time last year, sorry. Uh, okay, so this time last, or not last year, this year, I said I wasn't confident in buying like growth stock. When I say growth stock, I'm talking about the technology stock
Okay.
because they have already expanded from like 2022 all the way. So if I want to show that 2023, I will change this one to like monthly.
Okay.
Okay. So you can change to weekly, monthly. Now from monthly, so 2022, or anyway, pick up from 20 all the way to 2022. Then it went down. Okay. Then 2023 here. So from 2020, it grew all the way to 2025.
Okay.
So that's when I thought it had grown for 2 straight years. That's from 2022 to 2025. So I was saying that it's likely that time that it won't grow this year because we had growth in 2023 and 2024. So my thought as of January of this year was that it wasn't likely that it's gonna keep growing for the third year. But I changed my mind in April.
Hello?
All the way down.
I
So
think it
from April,
froze. It froze in between. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay. You said, okay, I missed the part in which you said you changed your mind in April. Sorry.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, and so I say as of April, this point when the market we couldn't call it crash. If it moved down 20%, we say crash, but it moved down all the way to 18%. 10% is called correction, and 20% from the high down will be called crash. But it moved down all the way to about 18%. So from that time, then I had a reason for me to jump back in April of this year because of this reason. So from April now it has grown all the way here. Now to answer your question, this is how I'm gonna determine if this thing has expanded already or is still flat. So but based on this, to me, it has expanded. Now it can continue to, but I don't have confidence in it like in April anymore.
So
I say
what will
I don't,
make you what will
okay.
make you give you the confidence again?
When there is a correction, that means the
Okay.
thing drop again.
Okay.
Either it drop or there is another catalyst. Catalyst means something new happen in the market. The catalyst from this catalyst here was the COVID. COVID, then the Fed, they reduced the interest rate to like about 2 point something. So reducing interest rate boosts the market all the way to like 2022. Then they hold, as in they stop reducing it. They hold it for about 9 months. Okay, so then the thing started going down again. Now, but the movement from here, it was due to artificial intelligence, not because the federal Fed were cutting rate. Usually, it should be them cutting rate that will move the market up. But the reason for this movement was due to artificial intelligence all the way here. And Trump did his thing. The market went down. Now it's still the artificial intelligence that is still moving it. So if there is another catalyst, like a new thing in the market, that may encourage me. Or if there is a correction, like you move down back to like 600 or below, then I will be confident again to jump in. I'm talking about technologies stocks.
Okay.
Uh, any other
No, that's
question or
pretty much that's
thought?
good. That's good. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so now let's go back here. Now going back to the slide, we covered the market cycle in general. That's the SPY. That's this. But the money maker, like usually there will be sector rotation. So now let's go back to this. So when I want to check the sector rotation, there's you click here where they say groups. So this group will show me there are 11 sectors. They show you the rotation. So as of Friday, healthcare, utility, financial energy, they were doing very well as of Friday. And Friday and Thursday. But before that time, healthcare were not doing well because President Trump announced that they will impose 100% tariff on drugs. So after that announcement, healthcare stocks started going down. For example, Pfizer. So let's check for like a month ago about healthcare. So a month ago, healthcare was down here. The technology was the one doing fine for the past 1 month. Healthcare was here. Now let's see 3 months. Okay, healthcare is still down here too. And let's see 6 months ago or half a year, healthcare was down here. Now when I talk about rotation, if I'm following this, then 6 months ago or 3 months or a week ago will be a good time to buy healthcare stock. You can still buy it today, but they already moved.
Okay.
They already moved. They started from Thursday. So these are the sectors, but let's look at an example of uh, healthcare stock. So let's go to PFE, Pfizer. Okay. So when Trump announced the tariff, they started crashing from here, consolidating, crash again, consolidated. But from Thursday, it has jumped more than 15% already. So what I do is I'm following the market every day to see which sector is not doing fine, and I will have a stock that on my watch list in that sector. So for me, it was Pfizer that I have on my watch list. Watch list meaning stock of company that I will buy when that sector is not doing fine. So on my watch list, I have company in healthcare like Pfizer and ABB. That's Aviv. That I will buy them when their sector is not doing fine. So I bought Pfizer here at 23.70 to all the way to 24.09. As I bought them when they are like 23 all the way to 24. But then later on Thursday, there was an announcement. So this one is giving out the reason for the jumping now. It says Pfizer shares soar following a major deal with Trump, easing regulatory concern for the pharma sector. So there is something they call Trump RS now. That's like a website that people can buy drugs cheaper. Trump RX. So, but the deal that they make with them is that Pfizer agree to sell their stock for less. But we may be thinking, why would they be going on when they agree to sell their stock for less? And according to the analysis or the analysts, it is still profitable for them selling their drugs at lower price than the company being as in than them paying tariff on their drugs. So, but the expectation before is that their earning will be going down when they level tariff on the drug they sell. But once they come out with a solution, that means Trump has Trump arrest, and this company agree to sell their stock. So within 2 days, it went up by 15%. So this is what I mean by sector rotation and specific stock. So I bought it at this point. Now here I won't buy any as this has gone for me. It has already gone here. So know what I do now is I'm holding it. As in for now I'm holding. So there are there are four positions that one can have. What I mean by position, you can buy, you can hold, or no, you can be watching. Watching meaning you are not doing anything, you just have it on watch list to see when it's gonna be a favorable time to buy it. You can buy, that's the second position. Then you determine when you sell. Oh, third position, holding. You are not buying, you are not selling, you just holding it. That is, you still believe it has potential to grow. But if you buy at this point, you reducing the margin of safety. Margin of safety meaning if anything happen here, let's say this thing started crashing all the way here, I will still have profit. From 24 all the way to 26, I can still get out with $2 profit. But if I buy it at 27 now, if it crashes to 26.50, I will lose money. So that's what I mean by margin of safety. Meaning I will be holding this stock, but I'm not gonna buy at this point anymore until another thing happen. It consolidate,
Okay.
no, like for trading range and form
Okay.
another base. then I can buy again. But for now, I'll be holding. So I've already have like a 17% profit from this place all the way here. But I'm also holding it because they pay dividend of about 6 point. It's not, but when I bought it, it's 7%. But because it has moved up, it's now 6.22. But my dividend will still be based on when I bought it, which is like 2409 on average. So I'm holding because by October 25, I will get pay another dividend. The last one was July 25, usually every 3 months. So if for holding it, I'm still gonna get paid 7% dividend this month. All right, I don't know if you have questions, sir.
Ah, no, no.
Okay, so but that's how I make money. The sector rotation. So healthcare has not been doing fine for the past 3 months. I will have stock in that sector that I'm watching. Then 3 months ago, or from here, from August was a good time to start getting in it when there was news that there will be tariff levy on healthcare. That it started, the stocks they started going down. Then I entered somewhere here. I bought some here. Then I waited. I don't know when the good news will come, but usually in about 60 days. Usually in about 60 days. So let's look at another example again. Now, this example, now this is not a sector. This one is specific UPS, specific stock. All right, so this one I sent a message out to the entrepreneur minded
Yeah.
that I said I thought it would be a good buy at this point. That's 87 that time. But it has been trading in range, went down to 82. I bought some more, so my average now is like 86.20 something. Now, so this company, they've been doing fine for years. But the reason for them going down is because when they report their earning here, they did not give any guidance. Guidance is like what they expect to happen in the next 3 months or in the next year. They will not give guidance because of the effect of the tariff. They don't know how it's gonna affect them. So that's why they refrain from giving. So, but my own thought is at one point, when I say at one point, they will report October 28th. So I'm hoping that by October 28th of this month, that they will give a clarification of where they think their future will be. If they do that, then this thing is likely to jump by 5 to 10% up to 90 something here. That's my projection. Now, so this one is a specific talk. If I want to know if they've been doing fine, I will come here. I will click on these financials. This tells me how they've been doing. So this is their earning. But the blue just show that they've been doing fine than what the expectation or the expectation is the dark. The actual one is the blue. But they've been doing better than what was expected for since 2023 all the way here. Then I will look at their dividend because one of the reasons for buying them is because they pay dividend. So they've been consistently growing the dividend all the way to 2022. Oh, okay, they increased it by 2022, 2023, 2024, and it is expected based on this dark thing that they will continue to grow. So those are my reasons for buying. The dividend of about 7% will continue to grow. Then the tariff is not going to be forever. At one point, they will be able to figure out what the effect of the tariff will be. But I'm hoping that it's going to be this month that they will figure that out. Okay, so that's an example of a specific store. This one has nothing to do with the sector. This is the sector. The sector is industrial, but it's not every industrial that went down. Just this one. But because of their interest, or because of the dividend, and what I read about the company, I'm thinking that they will regain their strength by this month. Okay, so now I'm still holding my 200 shares there. I'm not gonna sell until October 28th. If they will report now, they don't know where they are going, then I can start to sell it and get out. But that's my own projection that they will give positive report by October. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, now let's go back to the slide. So we're talking about money maker. So an example of money maker is when there is sector rotation. Example we look at is healthcare. But the reason for rotating, there will be a reason, or sometimes the big money down like the hedge fund, they take their profit from one sector and move to another. I will only see that when I click I do this every day, checking checking which no if this has been doing fine, if technology I just do it on my phone as in that is something I could do wherever I am. So this for the past week now, the sector that is not doing fine is energy. And let's say tomorrow now when we open, then the energy already move up here. It shows that the money from this place has been rotated
Of the, to
to
that
this.
place.
So this is last week, Friday. Now let's go here. So this is oil. So you move from here, it drop all the way down here. So the market has rotated from this 77 all the way to 61. So if I'm gonna buy based on sector rotation, I will buy energy stock now. But it's already started going up as of Friday. That's why it's a little green, but at least you still have room for it to grow all the way back here, or at least all the way here, or here. So if I'm gonna buy this as today now or tomorrow, I will look for a stock on my watch list that is in the energy. So that's how I do take advantage of the sector rotation. They say this energy stock already moved all the way down. Then on my watch list, I have energy and energy transfer. So this is a good company that I already know already, but that is in energy sector. So because of the sector rotation, that is almost all the company in oil and gas, they are all not doing fine for the past 1 month. Then, if I have money to buy, I will buy ET. That's because I already read about the company. I look at the financials. I'll put it on my watch list, waiting for a good time to buy. So if I'm gonna buy energy stock as of today, or from today moving up until they start, I will buy this. Uh, any questions? And that's on sector rotation. But that's how I make money. That is just every day once the market open, I will click on this group. I will look at what they are doing here. This the last week, energy and communication service are here. So tomorrow, when the market open, the market already open, but not it's not applicable to this. This one will start by 9:30 tomorrow morning. Is when this will start changing. So let's say by 9:30, 9:45 tomorrow morning, energy moved. Energy moved from this 1 week and it's now somewhere here. Anyway, okay, can you see? It already moved on Friday, like I said. Then, but usually I don't buy it. I will buy it when they are seeing this range.
Okay.
But I can still buy here that it hasn't really moved. It just started last on Friday. This one is Friday. This one is the whole week. So that's how I determine which stock to buy. The sector, they've been down for a while, but they started moving here. Tomorrow now they might be the one that will be number one. I don't know, but if I have money to buy now till tomorrow, be a good sector to look at. But the company that I will buy there will be those that are on my watch list. But one of them is the energy transfer. They pay about 7.7 dividend. Okay, so moving right along now, so the question is if I'm going to buy now, what do I buy? As in, since I said the market cycle, that I think that it has already expanded, but that expansion majorly applicable to technology stock like Facebook, Apple, Google.
Yeah.
So meaning now I will focus on dividend paying stock in this area, which is why I'm going to energy. But what is happening in that sector support my view. They pay dividend. That's one reason that if nothing is happening, if the whole market is trading in range, I will still get paid dividend. But the another support for me to buy that dividend paying is what is happening in the sector. So I'm buying for number one reason, they will pay me dividend. Number two reason, the sector has not been doing fine for the past week. Let's look at the past month. Where is the energy? Okay. For the past month, they've been down here too. Let's look at 3 months. Energy to been down here. So all this support that if they've not been doing fine for the past 3 months, 1 month, 1 week, it's likely that very soon money will start coming to them. And that's why it's happening from Friday already. But that's how I make money. That is, look at this thing every day, see what's going on. I'll look at the sector down here. Then I'll look for. Now I'm no more looking because I already have on my watch list of companies that belong to each of these sectors. I already have companies that belong to this sector, companies that I will buy when there is a bad news about their sector. So I'm not really looking for company every day unless, but like that UPS, I just included it when I heard about the news. But most of the time, I already have company in each of the sector that I will buy when they are not doing fine, hoping that very soon they will rotate back to them. So for now, energy will be a sector that has not been doing fine. That I think supported by what happened on Friday, that very soon it will become a money maker. Okay. All right, that's the money maker specific stocks and sector to watch for profit. So that's how I've been doing it for the past 3 years, 2022, 23, 24, and 25. All right, now we'll just do question and answer. But that's how I make money. I look at the general cycle. If the whole market has been down, then everything will start going up when there is a catalyst. But at this point for me, there is a catalyst of artificial intelligence. So the next catalyst, which is the interest rate being cut, I don't think it's gonna have a lot of effect on the movement. So I'm gonna stay now with sector rotation and dividend paying company. Then when there is a reason for the whole market, then I will go back to Google, Facebook. But for now, I'm not gonna buy those growth stock. I'm gonna stay with dividend paying stock and buy from the sector that have been down for a while. Okay. So, what's your plan for the nearest future?
Let's look at the ET, the energy something's the one you just selected. The one that's a good. The reason why I like us to look at it is let's look at their financial. How solid is this company? How do we find out the validity that hey, this is a great company, it could be there, it could be gone. What tells me is this is a great company.
Okay, number one is how long they have been in business. So I will find out, out down here. So they've been in business since 1996,
Okay.
headquartered in Texas, 2005. So that's about 30 years old company.
Okay.
Now, any company that have done well for the past 20 years, according to statistics, they are likely to do fine for the next 20.
Okay.
That's the market projection. If they have done fine, so that like NVIDIA, all those were like 1976. If they are done fine for the past 20 years, it means they have gone through different cycles of the market and they came out fine without going under. They are likely to they are likely to survive the next 20 again. Okay, so they've been in business for 20, 30, close to 30 years. And then next thing down here, you will now look at this, their income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow down here. Have they been growing? So this net, where's the net profit? This is gross profit or total revenue. So 2023, they did 78 million or about billion, 82, 80. So usually they should be growing. But in this instant, at, excuse me, energy stock did well after COVID was lifted. That is from 2022, 2020, they did well. But now they are flat. As a, when there was closure, they all went down. But after COVID was leave, no, they were open again, then they all started making a lot of money. But now they are kind of flat. So I'm just saying the 80 billion here doesn't mean they are doing bad. We also need to know about the circumstance that make them grew in this place. So that circumstance is just that COVID was lifted and they know people oil start moving on. But now they're increasing the production of oil. So the income will be reduced, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Also, I'll run through this to see if they are doing, but let's say they are doing 78, uh, 70, now 60, that they are going down rapidly. But based on that, they are not doing bad.
Okay.
The next one, you can check what the what's the call? The CEO, director, are they selling or are they buying? So as of August, the director of this company, they are buying. That tells you they have confidence in their company. This thing shows that they believe that it's gonna grow. But they selling too does not mean that it won't grow. So for example, NVIDIA, from time to time, the CEO will sell like something billion. So the reason is when that he just taking profit doesn't mean that I didn't believe that the Nvidia will stop growing. So we'll still need to look at what's the reason for their action. All right, that's how we look at how the company is doing. Then later we can also talk about are they expensive or cheap. This one will tell you the price per earning. So for every $12.97 we spent on this company, they will make $1. But the forward PE tells you that in the future they will be growing. So for every $10.93, who will make $1 profit. That's a good thing. That the future is better than that. Again, we want to look at their income that they are non it's not negative. That is the income is positive. Uh, then this tells you what the analysts are thinking the next year. They will grow by 10%. Next 5 years, they will grow by 7.8% on average. So all of those will look at them and determine that for the next 5 years, this company is likely to keep growing. All right, those are the things that I will look at about the company, then I will put it on my watch list. And this tells me for this year, this is how they have been doing. But this is not particular to them alone. It's happening to all the stocks, all the company in that sector.
Okay.
But I'm projecting that very soon they will start moving up again. Okay.
So basically, you don't really go deep in each of them. Those information. Scroll up again, please. Yes. So pretty much, you don't look at the PEG, the P/S, the PB, the P, all these sales amounts, debt, whether there's any debt there, and then sales. You don't really look at those ones, do you?
I do. In comparison to others, in
Okay.
comparison to all these companies they put up here. As in the value of private, the value of this will be in comparison to these guys.
Okay. So if is the company is doing well, how do you know is the leader in the sector? If you want to find the best, I mean, out of all the sectors, how do we
And
select?
then I'll go with the market cap.
Oh, okay.
It's not the ISO, but this what tells you if they say they are leader, the market cap. So let's click on EPD. They are in the same sector. It's also a great. So market cap here is 68. Even though this one is bigger than ET, but I will still go with ET over this one. This like 6 point something. I have this on my watch, but I will still choose one out of the two. But these are this
Okay.
and EPD and ET is what I have on my watch list. But when I was doing that, I click on each of these, but I decided to go with ET and EPD. When I don't care about what is happening to this guy anymore, I'm only gonna be focusing on ET and EPD whenever whenever I talk about energy or Exxon, S
Oh, okay.
SOM or Exxon. So based on the based on study that I've done, I've already selected companies that I'm gonna watch. I won't bother myself with every company there. So when I have this Exxon, I have EPD and ET. But this guy only paid 3.5%, so I'm not buying them. But they are good company too.
Okay.
But based on my study for the past year, I will narrow down my choices. So for me, only these three when it comes to energy that I will be looking at. When there's something in their sector or if there's a specific news about them. So
Okay.
for technology, I will look out for Google, Amazon, all the seven of them. But mostly I go with the six. Tesla is good, but I'm kind of I don't really like the way it could move or it could go down. Mhm. All right, so it's
But
been
it's already technology, though, isn't it? Technology. Oh, it's already in time to.
yeah.
Okay.
You have a question?
No, I'm saying it's technology. It's already in a sector that is over extended. Isn't that true?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. Meaning for now, I'm not gonna buy
Okay,
technology
okay.
stuff because I think they have overextended. So for lastly, for example, let's look at Google. Okay, so last June is when I got the news that about their monopoly of search engine. So somewhere here, I bought it for like 160. You know, it's now 200 and so for now, I won't buy until when this consolidate and there's another, no, it forms another level.
Okay.
So I sold it around 200 and something here. As I bought it like 160 all the way somewhere here. Then when it was 230, I got out somewhere here. But it continued to go up there, that's okay. But for now, I don't have confidence in jumping back in yet. So that's one example. Same thing as Apple. Let's look at Apple again, then we'll end it. Or end this section. So Apple 2 already gone up. Okay. So I bought Apple for like one something here or 200 and like 197, but it's now 256.
Hmm.
So until it forms another level and drop, then started going, then that may be a time to jump back in. All right. But that's how I do it. So when it was there, I bought it. But now that it's up there, I will just be watching as I will look at it on my watch list to see if there's going to be a bad news that will drop it. If not, just keep watching.
Okay.
Hmm. All right, so our time is well spent.
Thank you so much.
So let's see. Stop sharing, and I can stop the recording. What's the thing?